Happy weekend. It's been a pretty crazy last couple weeks with crypto. I wanted to take the weekend to reflect on some more fundamental issues that I think it's worth reflecting on, especially during times of turbulence. I think you might have heard this term called digital capital, where Bitcoin is the new digital gold. What does that mean exactly? In order to understand what it means, I think it's important to understand what is capital. Let's define that. Capital, most people, when they think of capital, and they think of money. Basically, it's a form of asset that is a storage of economic activity. What does that mean exactly? What does it mean when you say storage of economic power? It's actually very simple. If you think about it in the ancient world, or in the world when there's no capital, whatever work you do, it needs to be consumed immediately. In a simple world when, say, 10,000 years ago, when there is very limited human society collaboration, you go fishing and you catch a fish, you have to eat it or it's going to go to waste. You either eat it yourself or you eat it with your family. Regardless, you have to eat it. You have to consume that economic activity, which is you go fishing. If you caught 10 fish, you got a lucky day and you say, I got 10 fish instead of just one. Myself and my family, we can only consume two. There's eight left. What are you going to do with it? In the old days, you just throw it away because you only have that much consumption power. Now, when you progress into the future, where there is capital or there's money, you can sell the eight extra fish. You receive money for that extra fish that you've created or you've caught. So this money that represents the eight fish helps you store the act that you've caught eight fish. You can use that money to buy firewood from another person, so that it makes both you and the person who can offer you no firewood more benefit, more utility. That's capital. Capital is a store of value when human society produces more than they consume. Now, how do you store value? In order to store value, the best way to store value historically over thousands of years is gold. You can say, okay, you can store value in dollars or you can store value in gold. Dollars is backed by the US government. The US government can print more. You say, okay, I don't trust US dollars because it's going to depreciate. Therefore, I want gold. Gold is really expensive now. It's got its drawbacks. It's hard to store. You don't want to get it stolen and things like that. Therefore, it comes digital gold, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is essentially New World's way with computers to store a lot of economic power. So when people produce a lot of value in access, economic value in access, they need to put it somewhere. Bitcoin is the way to put it. That's what I mean by storage of value. Now, I think what's interesting is that Michael Saylor is taking it one step further, which is super interesting to say there's $1 trillion or $10 trillion of stored value in this digital gold. How do you use it, right? Well, the way to use it is actually multiple. Obviously, you can sell your Bitcoin, and you can buy Bitcoin to buy something, or you can use your Bitcoin as collateral, just like you can use your gold as collateral to get fiat currency, right? Either dollars or whatever else. And you can use that to transact, which is the utility part of currency. So there's storage of value, and which is what you use as a medium of exchange to transfer this economic store of value to somebody else in order to get them to do something that you want them to do. So I think if you truly understand capital, it actually makes a lot of sense.